છું આપનો દોસ્ત ઋત્વિક અને આપ સૌ સાંભળી રહ્યા છો સરદાર પટેલ યુનિવર્સિટી કમ્યુનિટી રેડિયો સ્ટેશન રેડિયો કેમ્પસ 90.4 FM માય વોઇસ માય કેમ્પસ. મિત્રો, એક કહેવત છે, ટીન એજ ઇઝ ધ મોસ્ટ બ્લૂમિંગ, બઝિંગ એન્ડ ઇડિયોટિક ટાઈપ ઓફ એજ. ગુજરાતીમાં કહીએ તો ટીન એજ એ ખિલખિલાટ ભરી, મગમગાટ ભરી અને મૂર્ખતા ભરેલી એક ઉંમર છે. જે લોકો આની સાથે સંલગ્ન થતા હશે એ લોકો સમજી જ ગયા હશે કે મારો ઈશારો કઈ તરફ છે. ટીનેજ એક એવો સમય છે ને કે જ્યારે ઉર્જા બહુ જ હોય, નવા નવા અનુભવો કરવા માટેની ઈચ્છાઓ બધી બહુ હોય, પરંતુ કઈ બાજુ જવું અને કઈ બાજુ ના જવું, શું નિર્ણય લેવો અને શું નિર્ણય ન લેવો, એની સમજ હોવી બહુ જરૂરી છે. અને એમાં સૌથી અગત્યની જે બાબત છે તે છે સ્વાસ્થ્યને લગતી. અને આજે એ સ્વાસ્થ્યને લગતી ચર્ચા કરવા માટે જ આપણી વચ્ચે ઇન્સ્ટિટ્યૂટ ઓફ નર્સિંગ સાયન્સ એન્ડ શ્રી GH પટેલ સ્કૂલ ઓફ નર્સિંગ, ભાઈકાકા યુનિવર્સિટી કરમસદથી કેટલાક ખાસ મિત્રો આપણી સાથે સ્ટુડિયોમાં ઉપસ્થિત છે. હું આપ સૌનું સ્વાગત કરું છું. રવિના, સ્વિઝલ, જુઈ અને એકતા, આપ સૌનું ખૂબ ખૂબ સ્વાગત છે. અને આજે ચર્ચાનો વિષય છે કેલેન્ડર એજ વર્સેસ બોડી એજ. કેલેન્ડરની ઉંમર વિરુદ્ધ તમારા શરીરની જે ઉંમર છે એ. શેલ વી બિગિન? યસ. આપ સૌ લોક જ્યારે આ વિષય પર ચર્ચા કરવા જઈ રહ્યા છો ત્યારે પહેલો પ્રશ્ન મારો રવિના મેડમને છે. કાઇન્ડલી ટેલ અસ what are the calendar age and the body age? What is the difference between both of them?
Calendar age, it is also known as chronological age. It refers to the exact number of years, months, and days a person has lived since birth. It is calculated purely based on the date of birth and progresses in a linear but predictable manner. Every year, on a birthday, calendar age increases by 1 year irrespective of the individual's health status, maturity level, or physical development. It is a fixed, measurable, and legally recognized marker of age. Calendar age determines school admission, class eligibility, sports categorization, legal rights, voting age, driving license eligibility, and many other administrative and social benchmarks. However, while calendar age tells us how long a person has lived, it does not reveal how well that person's body is functioning. Two adolescents who are both 15 years old chronologically may differ greatly in height, weight, hormonal development, emotional maturity, stamina, and immunity. Therefore, calendar age is a numerical indicator of time lived, but it does not necessarily reflect biological maturity or health status. On the other hand, body age, which is also referred to as biological age, represents the functional status of the body system in comparison to typical age standards. It reflects how old the body appears and performs physiologically. Body age is influenced by genetic factors, hormonal balance, nutrition, physical activity levels, sleep patterns, mental health, stress exposure, environmental influences, and lifestyle habits. Unlike calendar age, body age is dynamic and modifiable. It can be younger or older than the chronological age depending upon the health behaviors.
Okay, so Jui, which one is the most important, calendar age or the body age?
Firstly, let us understand the difference between the calendar and body age. Calendar age is simply the number of years a person has lived since birth. It increases automatically every year. It is fixed, universal, and cannot be changed. However, body age, also known as biological age, reflects how well your body is actually functioning. It tells us whether your organs, tissues, and systems are working efficiently according to your chronicle age, younger than it or older than it. From a medical and preventive health perspective, a body age is more important. Let me explain why. For example, two teenagers may be both 17 years old, but one may be physically active, eating balanced eating meals, sleeping well, and managing stress properly, and on the other hand, the other may have a sedentary lifestyle, irregular sleep, junk food habits, and high stress. Even though both are 17 years by calendar age, but their body ages can be completely different. One might have the cardiovascular fitness and metabolic efficiency of a 15 years old, while the other may shows early signs of metabolic strain similar to someone much older. This is why body age gives us a clearer picture of health risk, energy levels, immunity, and long term well being. In today's era of fast foods, screen addiction, academic pressure, and reduced physical activities, focusing on the calendar age is not enough. We must focus on how a body is functioning.
Well, Ravina ma'am, I am coming back to you. Please tell us why it is important for the Indian teenagers to know about their body age.
Understanding body age is particularly important for Indian teenagers because adolescent is a crucial transitional phase where lifelong health patterns are established. While calendar age simply indicates how many years a teenager has lived, body age reflects how well their organs, hormones, metabolism, bones, muscles, and mind are functioning. In a country like India, where rapid urbanization, academic pressure, changing dietary pattern, and increasing digital exposure are reshaping the adolescent lifestyle, awareness about body age becomes a powerful tool for preventive health. And I think this is the reason why it is important for the Indian teenagers to know about their body age.
Very well. Jui, then the question arises how the body age is being calculated because there is so much confusion about this among all the Indian teenagers. So, the clear cut question how the body age is being calculated.
Body age is calculated by comparing your physical health and lifestyle factors with average standards for different age groups. It is usually estimated using these body factors like BMI, body mass index, body fat percentage, muscle mass, resting heart rate, blood pressure, and sometimes cholesterol level or blood sugar levels. Some advanced fitness machines and health assessments also measure your metabolism, lung capacity, and heart efficiency. Based on these results, your body performance is compared to these values and gives your body age.
All right. Then the question arises is what could be the ideal body age for average Indian teen? Swizzle, please answer.
Yes, so today we are discussing an important and often misunderstood concept that is a biological age or body age in teenagers. So, I want to tell that the honest and scientifically accurate response is that there is not a single validated number published yet. But if anything, current science tells us that body age can and does diverge from chronological age, and the way teenagers live today play a big role in where they fall on this spectrum. So, for example, if a teenager is 15 years old and the ideal biological age would be around 15 or marginally lower, maybe that indicates the metabolic parameters are within the limits, so cardiovascular fitness is appropriate for age, hormonal balance is stable, and the body composition that we called as a muscle to fat ratio is healthy. So the goal is not to drastically reduce the body age but to maintain the physiological alignment with the expected developmental stage.
That is actually very important thing which you had told
Yes.
because by this thing which you had said right now, we can understand that the body age should not be much older than the calendar age or much younger than the
yes.
calendar.
Marginally it is same or somehow it is in the range, but not that much of difference in that.
Because if it is too much younger, then it is underdeveloped.
Yes, exactly.
In that case, Swizzle, I am coming to you again. Please tell me what is the recent average body age of Indian teenagers? Are there any state-wise or community-wise variations?
Yes, as I said, there is no any officially published data on the national average body age value for Indian teenagers. But if we focus on the current trends, the data indicates that increasing prevalence of overweight and obesity among adolescents, especially in the urban regions, and continued the high rates of anemia and undernutrition in the several states, even if we differentiate the state-wise or regional variation, we can say that urbanized states and metropolitan areas show higher prevalence of overweight, obesity, sedentary lifestyle, and processed food consumption. So these factors can increase the risk of metabolic changes, or we can say metabolic aging. And in rural areas, as there is a resource limitations, so there higher prevalence of anemia, micronutrient deficiencies, undernutrition, which also impact on the biological development. So in India, we can demonstrate as a two biological stress patterns. That is, one, urban areas metabolic overload is there, and in rural areas there is a nutritional deficiency. So we can differentiate as a regional, urban and rural. There is no any specific data like that.
So basically, what we can understand from here is the village people are comparatively more healthier than the urban people. Is it so?
No, we cannot say like that. But both regions have a specific constraints for the biological age maintenance. So, in as I said, in urban areas there is conditions that high prevalence of our lifestyle, right? Sedentary lifestyle, screen time that contributes more. But in rural area, resource limitations constrain the health, as per my thought.
Okay. Ekta ma'am, I want the answer from you. What problems may a normal Indian teen may face if his or her body age is more than the calendar age?
Okay, so when teens' body system behave older than their years, so they face higher risk. Like there are 5 classified risks I have identified, like metabolic disease, hormonal disorders, poor bone health, mental problems, and future cardiovascular diseases. So basically, here in India, I have got certain data from 3 agencies, that is ICMR, Indian Council for Medical Researches, National Institute for Nutrition, and also from NFHS, National Family Health Survey. So they do certain kinds of survey, and from their survey they identified like early obesity and metabolic risk that is higher in adolescent, which shows overweight and obesity. So what happens when you are or some teen is obese, like there is excess abdominal fat which will lead to insulin resistance, and again it will lead to early type 2 diabetes and fatty liver changes. And as NFHS has also documented that overweight trend is among youth and adults in many states of India. The second one is high prevalence of anemia and micronutrient deficiency, which has been especially identified in girls. So NFHS has also report that very high adolescent girl anemia has been identified, which is approximately 59% adolescent girl is anemic. Along with this, out of boys, that is approximately 31% of boys are also anemic. So basically this affects girls and boys both health. Hormonal problem has been identified like PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, thyroid, early pubertal changes. Like PCOS again risk for adults and hormonal imbalances, and it has been increasingly seen in clinical practice by clinicians as well. Then the next is bone health and vitamin D deficiency. The reason we are or teenagers eating higher amount of junk foods, so that is not fortified, and along with that, with the deficiency of vitamin D, that it will also affect the bone health. And again that bone mineralization will be lower. Then mental health, it will also affect stamina, and school performance will be affected when the teen has higher body age than the calendar age. So higher body age correlates with the fatigue, low esteem and anxiety. Social media and body image pressure worsens the outcome among Indian adolescents because they are so enthusiastic to show off their body in social media. Then sleep and high screen time also impair their metabolic health. It has been also seen in National Family Health surveys as well that they have low stamina and low school performance as well. So these are major risks I have identified.
I think almost each and every recent health problems which teenagers are facing You counted everyone.
Yes.
Yes, and by this one thing is very much clear that body age is not something which we can just taken as granted.
Yes,
We must have to count on it, and we must have to take care about.
absolutely.
Interesting. Ekta ma'am, can these problems be reversed? If yes, then how?
Yes, we can reverse our body age or teenage body age. As very nicely said, that adolescent is a window of opportunities. You can mold someone during the adolescent phase, and the person will be a great person in the later on life. So basically, as per certain recommendation available online from the ICMR, National Institute of Nutrition, so teens can increase their physical activity rather than being a sedentary lifestyle. So along with this, WHO has also recommended about physical activities that should be 150 minutes in a week. So rarely it will be 30 minutes in a day. So basically they can do 30 to 60 minutes in day. Then sleep optimization, targeted medical screening, to reverse or markedly improve biological age markers like BMI changes, insulin sensitivity tests they can do, hemoglobin check so they can identify anemia. They can also check for vitamin D deficiency clinically. So it will help. So for this at home they can do like nutrition changes, like they can emphasize on whole grain like millets, pulses, vegetables, fruits, dairy product which includes higher amount of calcium, iron rich food they can increase, and they need to reduce sugary drink, packaged snacks, refined carbs. It is told that are empty carbs which don't include any of the nutritions. Then physical activity, of course they can do like outdoor play. Generally what teens do, they do use phones to play games, but rather they can go for sports, cycling, swimming, yoga, pranayam. All this will improve cardiorespiratory fitness, muscle mass, insulin sensitivity will decrease, and school and community program that increase active time reduce obesity risk as well. Next they can do sleep and screen hygiene. Now what meaning of this sleep and screen hygiene is, they can take 8 to 9 hours of sleep, and they can reduce the nighttime screen use which normalizes growth hormone cycle and metabolic recovery, because even the sleep deficiency can worsen the insulin resistance and ultimately it will make the person obese. The fourth and another thing they can do is medical screening and targeted treatment. The ultimate solution. They can identify what deficiency they do, or if they have lower insulin, they have vitamin D deficiency, if they are overweight, their fasting glucose is higher, then they can identify certain deficiency and they can get treated by expert clinicians and doctors. So all these can help them to reverse their body age.
So basically, the question in this scenario is whom to consult when you find out that your body age is much older than your birth date.
They can go to pediatrician or clinician, endocrinologist. They can go depending on if they are having hormonal deficiency or hormonal imbalance.
Yes, that is the very important point which you said right now, because endocrinologist, so many people they avoid to go to endocrinologist. They think they are much more expensive and they tell so expensive medicines about. But the question main which actually let the teenagers suffer the most is rather going for any online or any uncertified person. Is it better to consult a doctor who holds the degree in this particular group?
Okay, like if someone has identified that from any of these they have problem, like I have low stamina, I can identify that might be I have anemia. I can identify that I have vitamin D deficiency, or generally skin pimples, acne on the face. This can be the sign of PCOS. So if someone has identified certain problem, underwent certain test, clinically tested for certain deficiency, they have to go to endocrinologist first, rather than searching for the medicines online. Everyone know that Google will give you answers, but Google don't know your condition actually. Google is a technical item or search engine which will give a wide options available globally. Even Indian scenario is the different one. You have to search for certain nearby doctors available, and rather than taking over the counter medicine which we told that OTC medicine, we don't know what kind of side effects we'll get, and again whom we have to contact. That is the main question. Although teenage girls or boys are more focusing on their health, they are taking medicine by their own. Even certain friends they have in different medical colleges, they do help them, but it can worsen their condition as well.
Yes, definitely. So each and every one who are listening this particular discussion, make sure if you are facing any kind of problem which recently these madam mentioned in their talks, please go to the doctor, consult an endocrinologist or somebody who is having the authority or the certificate in this field, rather consulting anyone online who is even do not holding any degree for your problem. Okay, this was very important point actually. Because nowadays what is happening, so many teenager boys and girls, they are facing so many problems, and they are just taking the remedies and all these solutions from online,
Yes.
which
Exactly.
is inexpensive, or which is fitting into their budget.
Majority of the medicines are focusing on American treatment scenario.
Yes, and another one is Korean.
Yes.
Okay, so very important, but last two questions. Ravina ma'am, what are the benefits of maintaining both the calendar age and body age in a required ratio? You guys already told that we don't need to decrease the body age so down, or to increase it, let it increase so much higher. So what could be the possible benefits of maintaining that one?
Well, biological functioning corresponds appropriately with chronological years. So it may have profound benefits such as physical, mental, emotional, and social well being. If I talk about the physical development, so we already know that during teenage years, the body undergoes many changes such as height, body mass, bone density, hormonal activity. So this directly depends upon the growth of body organs, such as many larger organs such as heart, lung, liver, endocrine glands, and these are vital organs as well. So if both are maintained well, then the growth of these organs will be more efficiently done, and that would directly benefit them. Another significant benefit is enhanced disease prevention.
Okay.
So when the body age is higher than calendar age, obviously there will be wear and tear, and because of that, there will be disease which will be invited. Because as we know, today's teenagers, they have a poor lifestyle habits, they have chronic stress, they indulge in overeating. Because of that, it leads to obesity. Sometimes because of the stress, they do not eat also, so that leads to malnutrition. And also these days there is a sedentary lifestyle, so their physical activity is also decreased. Now because of this, there are increase in the risk of developing diabetes mellitus, hypertension, PCOS, and obesity. So if both is maintained well, calendar age and body age, then these diseases can be prevented. Another benefit is, and which is very crucial for the adolescent, is cognitive and academic performance, because
Yes.
they are working for the future, I could say. So, if both is balanced, then their academic performance will benefit significantly, because adolescent is the period when there is a it is a period of brain development, especially in area where they have to take life decisions. Also, emotional regulation and executive functioning are also happening in this age. So if both body age and chronological age corresponds well, then it will lead to better concentration, improve memory retention, and emotional stability, so which can lead to enhanced stress tolerance. So I think these are the benefits which could significantly impact if both are balanced well.
Very well. And these benefits needs to be harnessed by everyone.
Yes.
Last but not the least question. And this one point is from the audience.
Ekta ma'am.
What should not be done for reversing or maintaining the body age by our teenager friends? Because nowadays there are so many people who are holding the degree but do not have the knowledge. So, what should be and what are the precautions they need to take?
Okay, so like someone has identified from our talk or from somewhere. So they identified like my body age is higher than calendar age or I am obese. So what they'll do, they'll start crash dieting. Now, crash dieting, like what they'll do, very low calorie diet, they'll skip the meals, avoiding entire foods like which includes carbs, or they will eat only fruits or only liquid. So this will affect their health, like from by the hormonal imbalance, irregular periods in girls, reduced testosterone in boys, severe anemia, hair fall, skin problems, and slowed metabolism. So even ICMR states that adolescents require adequate calorie, protein, iron, and calcium daily, because adolescent is the age when a future begins. Because the same person is going to be a parent one day. The parents are also going to be future of India and world. Then they'll start to skip breakfast, like it will increase the risk of insulin resistance, obesity risk, and poor concentration in school. So for this they need to eat protein rich breakfast, like they can include milk, eggs, sprouts, poha, upma, dal, chila, everything. The next thing they don't have to do is over exercising. What they'll do, they'll start going to gym, they'll do over exercise and extreme gym workout, and it will affect, like they will do 2 to 3 hours of heavily gym, heavy lifting without supervision, following adult bodybuilder routine. So it will increase the risk of growth plate injury, hormonal stress, chronic fatigue, increase cortisol, which is stress hormone, and it will ultimately do muscle tears. Next, they should not do injection or taking the supplements of steroids, fat burners, unregulated supplements. So it will again risk their body, like liver damage, kidney damage, hormonal shutdown, infertility risk will also occur. Then severe acne, mood swings can be there. Then they should not take self medication like thyroid medication without diagnosis. Someone will told you that if you will take thyroid medicine, your obesity will reduce. So they should not do. Even boys should also not try testosterone boosters. They should not completely avoiding carbohydrates. Other than this, they will find weakness in their body. Then they should reduce their screen time as well. Like if they are excessively using their screens like mobiles or laptops, then it will affect their life with the poor sleep, obesity, anxiety, and it will also reduce their physical activity. The time when they have to spend outside, they are spending to their mobile. And also they should not compare their body with the social media influencers as well, because this is the era where everyone thinks that social media influencers are their model. And also they should not ignore their mental health, because stress, which it will increase the cortisol will increase the abdominal fat will again cause insulin resistance, and again it will lead to type 2 diabetes and fatty liver changes as well. So this is all what they don't have to do to reverse their body age.
Okay, understandable things and very crucial and efficient things we had discussed today. And all the audiences, if you are listened well, if you have listened each and every word which these four ladies had said, please follow their advices, because I'm your RJ friend, but they are facing the patients daily. Okay, so they know what are the risk factors, and what could be the prevention.
Yes.
Okay, and with this thing, I am requesting, please have a closing remark for our audience.
Yes, sure. So, as far we are discussing a very important concept, so I want to tell that if you are a parent, guardian, or a young person listening now, take this as a reminder. Your habits in your teen years matter. Sleep well, eat balanced meals, get moving, and cut down on stress. This don't just make you feel a better now, but they help to keep your body younger for longer. So, healthy habits during adolescence lay the foundation for your lifelong metabolic and cardiovascular health. So, here biological age is not something to fear, but it is something to understand. Thank you.
One thing from my side, if you guys are feeling low,